Hello, I'm live. This is my first time going live on my YouTube channel. So, be really interested to see how things go, how things work. But yeah, I don't plan to be here for super long. I really just wanted to come and give just a brief introduction, give a brief welcome to everyone out there. I've had this channel for a couple years now, but really have never taken the time to commit to building it until now. If you're here, go ahead and drop a comment, saying hey, saying where you are, so I can, properly greet you and say hello. But so yeah, I a little camera shy and everything. So that is really why it's been 2 years and I don't have anything posted. But it was a goal of mine moving into the new year that I wanted to get over this fear and get out there and start sharing my story and start talking about the things that I want to talk about. Okay. Uh-oh, what did I do? So I go by Lady Kendall, and I am an intuitive empath, also known as like an intuitive spiritual healer. My background is in behavior therapy, and that was going well, but I wanted to be able to step outside the box a little bit and not have to stick so much to like the Western way of just a way of being. I just, like the textbooks and whatnot don't take into account like the spiritual, soulful side of life. And that is something that I really like as I'm going through like my awakening and whatnot. That's something that it's just, I'm realizing that you just can't ignore. Um, Almost just about everything that goes on has a spiritual root to it, has a spiritual basis. Sorry. So, had to check my phone. But okay, so that's where I am now. Really just recently left that behind completely. Like I spent quite a few years, like halfway. Okay, anyway, let me rewind. So I want to say that I started my spiritual journey back in 2014. And it came to a point where, I just finished, my advanced degree, and I was just getting my job and everything, and I was just starting a family, and I had just moved, and it was a time in my life where everything should have been great. But it wasn't. That was the thing about it. And it wasn't on like no depression or anything like that. I wasn't really depressed. It was more or less just like I had like this feeling that was like I did everything that I was told. I went to school. I got good grades. I bought this house. I bought this car. I have this home full of junk, really. Why do I still feel so unfulfilled? Why do I feel I used to feel a lot like a sheep headed for the slaughter. If that gives you like a visual and whatnot. But really, that is where I was feeling. And then I also had some health concerns come up. I had a cancer scare. Um, and everything turned out okay in the end. But, even with that, in trying to ask people, the doctors, where this came from, what was this about, and being told that, we really don't know, but, we can operate on you, that bothered me as well. So I started just searching and searching just about like the deeper meaning to life. I just wanted to know there just has to be more than, staying here and paying bills and just stressing out and dying. I knew that that was not the life that I wanted. So I really just, at that time I was in the church and everything, and I really just prayed for the answers. And I really remember just praying on the truth. I just want the truth to be revealed to me. I just want to know what it is. I want to know I want to know. And what ended up happening with me was that I was really led um, right out of church, really. And I have a whole library of books and everything that I'm getting together because I just put my little spot together, this little corner over here. But I started with the Egyptian book, what is it, Going Forth by Day, famously known as the Book of the Dead, but I don't think they really call it that. It's not the Book of the Dead, it's the Book of Going Forth by Day. And that's where I really started. And, I went back to ancient Egypt, and, then I started learning about like the Western, thought versus, Eastern thought, and, just ancient thought, and just really got into it. Just like it was a rabbit hole, really. I got into, because I'm mostly into the health side of it. Um, I mean, all of them. I definitely, through my healing practice and through my sessions and working with my clients and everything, I believe in a whole, like a triad, like a mind, body, and spirit. And I believe that if you're healthy in your spirit, you'll be healthy in your body. And it works both ways, healthy in the body, healthy in the spirit. They really work together. The mental, the mind is really what helps bridge those two together. And the soul and the spirit is what actually makes the life, if that makes sense. But for sure. So it was like a rabbit hole. And I just got into like essential oils and just learned about natural healing. And I just became more awake and more aware to everything that was around me, everything that was surrounding me, everything from preservatives in foods to aluminum and deodorant to chemtrails in the sky and whatnot. Just things became really apparent to me once I hit that moment of, wait a minute, this life isn't exactly what I wanted. It's got to be something different. The whole, like the rabbit hole, the whatever you want to call it, just really expanded. It exploded for me. And I spent, because it's what, 2020 now, I spent many of these years just really on that rabbit hole, or down that rabbit hole. But I will say this, that there are so many things as you're going down this rabbit hole and trying to learn about this and learn about that, and just so many different people that you'll meet along the way. Because I've met a lot of people. I've met people who are, sovereign citizens and they're Moors. I've met all different types of religions and all different types of things. It was really, coming from that, strong Christian background, I was glad to finally be able to let go of that judgmental piece and just like realize that there are so many different people in this world believing so many different things, and it's not always such a bad thing. If anything, I've learned that the people that follow the masses and want to fit in and want to do everything the right way and the way they're told, those tend to be more dangerous than the people thinking outside the box. It's a really interesting epiphany to have, but that is something that over the years that I have learned. But anyway, so I hit a point at the bottom of the rabbit hole. And I'm just hanging on to my amethyst to help calm me as I talk live, because this is something I'm working on improving. But anyway, so like when I hit a spot in the bottom of the rabbit hole, at the beginning of the journey, I was searching for, like I said, like, what's the answer? What is it? Like, why is the world the way it is? Who did this? Why is my situation this way? All these whys. Who did what? Like, who is it? Blah, 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 blah. Like, it's a lot of questions when you're at the beginning of your spiritual journey. So, like I said, as I was falling down, and then I hit this like bottom, and the best way I can describe it is, it was like a big ass mirror. Just like a mirror, where, you want to think that they are the reason that this is this way. And it's not. It's like, look in the mirror. You want to say that they are because I'm this way, or you want to say, well, whenever this happens, I'm going to start doing this, or whenever so and so, like, for whatever reason, I know me myself have always put the power outside of myself, like, no matter what, going good or bad, like, it's always outside of me. And what this taught me was that, like, looking in the mirror, like, that person right there is who is in control of everything that happens. You are in control by the words you speak, by the thoughts that you feel, and the thoughts that you have, and the emotions that you feel, and also the actions that you take. I am responsible for all that. So once I had that realization, it was like the hole opened up again, and then I kept going back down again. So that's kind of where I'm at now. I've learned to enjoy the rabbit hole and everything. It's kind of, where I stay, where I live now. Um, but, it's kind of a joke. But that's really, how this has been. So this channel and, moving forward is about just my story, and about what I've done thus far. As a healer, working on healing myself. The body is always continuously healing. But I've gone through quite a few things, and, just being able to, bust past money blockages, overcoming the scarcity mindset, being able to protect myself as an empath, because empaths tend to be, really attractive to narcissistic people. They tend to, you absorb other people's energy and absorb, what other people are thinking. So learning how to work through that, and how to heal that part of me, not allow myself to be drained by, energy vampires, and, just energy theft, really. And through all that, it really helped me find my groove, and helped me find, like, what my passions were, and helped me understand, helped me understand, like, what it was that I'm here for. So I didn't want to be on here very long. It's been about 13 minutes. But I guess I'll end with this, that it's really about learning who you are, and drawing your energy, drawing your focus, drawing it within, shifting it from being your mind, because, you are not your mind. You are your heart center. This is the center of your being. That's the center of who you are. It's about getting more in touch with that. That's where a lot of, like, the anxieties and the depressions are going on in the world right now, just because we're letting our brains lead. And your brain really wasn't meant to do anything but just run the functions of the body and weigh pros and cons for you. It wasn't meant to be in charge. It wasn't meant to lead. It's important, yes, it is, but it's the heart center. That is genuinely what it is. And I know that when I started this journey, that was, like, the hardest thing for me to do, was to connect with my heart center, and just really even being able to, like, just go into meditation, and to just be, and try to just hone in and tap into the just to your heartbeat. Okay, so moving forward, going to wrap this up. There will be, stay tuned in, go ahead and subscribe and turn on the notifications for when I update something. I will have meditations for you. Once I'm finished setting up my yoga little center, I'm going to be doing yoga, learning how to move that energy throughout the body. I also have an energy balancing and healing course coming up. So stay tuned for that. If you're interested in learning about how to balance your chakras and how to just understanding, like if you're beginning your spiritual journey and you want to understand yourself as an energetic spiritual being, then that's something that you want to stay tuned for. Also, I have a little metaphysical shop, or I shouldn't say little, but I have a metaphysical shop where I collect different healing crystals and different things for, just entering sacred space. And, I do intuitive readings. I do one-to-one sessions where I help you balance your chakras and balance your energy, help you find out what's going on and what you can do for it. And yeah, just hoping to grow. And on this day, January 14th, 2020, I'm hoping, I'm claiming, I'm going for a very prosperous and abundant and a productive year. And I wish that to you as well. And I just would like to say that your spiritual growth and your spiritual health and your spiritual well-being is the basis to just about everything in your life. So if it's something that you're considering getting into, or if you're a beginner, then like I said, go ahead, like, comment, share, subscribe, and find me on also on Instagram and Facebook for now. Okay, so if there's no questions, I think I'm gonna get out of here. I just want to, wow, this is really interesting. All right, well, thanks for stopping by. I'll chat with you later.